What's good, YouTube universe? Fizzle Man 1 back up business, yeah. Fizz and Friends Gaming back here with another. Matter of fact, this is the most to this date, most anticipated day ever. Exclusive first ever Pro Bowl shown here in Fizz and Friends Gaming, brought to you by EA Sports. We're down here in Fizzleman Picks Lounge. Fizzleman here, Fizzleman Picks. If you see, there's two controllers. Obviously, we're here for the Pro Bowl. We have the AFC with these top stars of a real life versus our world. If you could tell, I could tell you, our world is the NFC. That's Madden stars. This is Madden playoffs 1920 season. NFC is our world, Madden. They have stories in there. And in our world, in real life NFL is the AFC, of course, with the reigning MVP from last year. There's a new MVP in real life, Lamar Jackson. He is also well on that team. Within our world, Madden stars, Julio Jones is a Super Bowl champion from last year. This beast story time is nothing else but, if you could tell what I'm rocking with, I don't know. Well, it's been decided based off of who I'm going against, and obviously who I'm going against is a very well skilled competitor. This is her third year, of course, in the NFL and Madden stars. We have Ronnie Ray, aka Ronnie Ray. Ro, what's good?
What's good?
We out here.
I'm gonna be playing. What I'm gonna be playing is controlling everything.
She's gonna be controlling everything. I'm gonna be controlling everything. She's gonna be the NFC. She's picking in our world our MVP this year, coming off of this season. Russell Wilson, Sierra. They got Julio Jones, Super Bowl champion from last year, reigning Super Bowl champion. So got that. We got last year reigning Super Bowl champion Tom Brady, real life in our world. So everything is glorious over here. You see the percentage of what it's saying. As I'm on the AFC and as Fizzleman Picks Lounge, you hear Fizzleman Picks the AFC. They go take this W as I'm the AFC. We got here showcasing that the world is saying it's us against the world this time, as Ronnie's on the world side. She's definitely on the other side. So, they saying the world is going to beat us. So it's us against the world this time around as well. So, more knowledgeable note. Everything is good. Ronnie, stop being a fat ass and bring your ass over here. Like, why the fuck are you moving? It's no disrespect, but at the end of the day, we got a game to play. This is a long, lengthy game. If you don't know, this is head-to-head. Fizzleman Picks Lounge. This is a head-to-head matchup. If you don't know what Madden is, head-to-head. It's everything controlled. But these are the pros. These are elites. These are gang, bang, bang, shootout niggas, man. And it's a big game. And it's on all Madden. And you should know what we coming out here with. Clips, ammos, reloaded, everything. Look at me right now. So in this game, Ronnie's the NFC. She got the blue controller. I got the red. It's matching ceremony. That's what's gonna go take place this evening. This game is a head-to-head. No more head-to-head games will ever take in our season, which we had 2 this year. You could check out in Madden Stars' 3rd season. We had Big Bang Shard came out. Shout out to him. He came and played 2 games, one against me and one against Ronnie. I was actually playing for both. So in the essence of those 2 games, we had a benefit of what the format would have been if we played against somebody that is like a real life competitor, head-to-head matchup, and then therefore it would always drop down to how head-to-head is really programmed. Moving on forward, acceleration clock off, boom bang, but this is the only time a head-to-head matchup in our world, Madden Stars, will be showcased in a full length of 15-minute quarters. That means we want to see them big numbers that if you see this season in our real life that we saw earlier. Big Banks and me, we put up amazing numbers with our quarterbacks, and Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton put up like over 500 yards in that game due to us playing in that form and actually missing tackles and stuff like that. So moving on forward, let's get this game going. Ronnie's going to be closer to the mic. The mic will come in each in time. There will be also commentating, including us who will be commentating in the game. So as this time coming forward, Ronnie's on the mic. The game about to go. Take flight. You feel me? Hold your mic. Hold the controller. And all of it. Doja.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl on EA Sports. Coming up, the AFC, riding a 3-game winning streak, gets set to take on a hungrier group of rivals from the NFC. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle in the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career, but that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Wait, 20!
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Time for a check of the starting offensive unit here for the AFC.
And since it's a Pro Bowl roster, you can have 11 guys from 11 different teams trying to get on the same page. You know that's no easy feat. So line communication calls, that's big. Audibles, hand signals, you want to make sure everyone is connected so no one gets hurt.
On play action, it's Brady. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
And as expected, there's speed and talent everywhere you look on this Pro Bowl roster. Let's keep an eye on the secondary because they're going to be tested in a big way. It's the Pro Bowl. Not many running plays. The ball will be in the air on almost every snap. Fortunately for them, roster full of cornerbacks who are used to playing on an island.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
This is Elliott. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They go play action with Wilson. That one complete to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the AFC going to take over at their own 20. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Jones on the return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action, it's Wilson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A first down carry by Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Brady now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This is Ingram on first and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson throwing again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And it's a touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense making their way back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Go team, spell. Crouch. Back. Wait for the end.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun, it's Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.